going on? Oh, excuse me. Oops. There we go. I'm so in love. Bestie, where are you? I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready. You feel me? I'm trying to let everybody know. My day is. Man, hey Bestie, just finished watching your live last night. I was cracking up. Stop it because I cannot. Hey besties. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I'm having such a rough day. I'm so sorry. I hope it gets better, bestie. ¿Qué pasa, calabaza? What's up? Last live was lit as fuck. No, because I cannot. Bestie, I need your humble opinion. What do you need? Bestie, I have to clock in? No. Good thing is, it's going to be on here so you can come back and watch it if you need to. Oh, my head hurts. Bestie, I haven't been tuned in a minute. I gave birth and have been trying to adjust to having a baby kid. Oh, congratulations, bestie. Congratulations. It's fine. My lives are gonna be here whenever you come back. It's fine. Take your time. Enjoy your baby. Hi, I'm at work. We're listening to you on the low. I'm sad I can't catch your lives anymore porque nací pobre y me gusta lo bueno. Same, bestie. Same. Literally same. Getting my popcorn ready. I love scary stories. Same. Glad to see you. So overall, nursing school and really makes my day. You got this, girl. I believe in you. Hey, Emily. Bestie, I have to say something. What? Hi, Bestie. Currently eating some tostadas de tinga. That sounds so good. I had a sandwich. A sandwich with some chips. El limon. Okay, but last confessions were too wild. What kind of scary is this gonna be, Bestie La Brujeria? I don't know. It depends on what the besties come up with. You feel me? Like what their stories are. I'm living in Mexico, but I'm going back to the U.S. But my dad wants me to move to Texas, but my mom said she'll disown me. What do you mean? Hold on. Let me read that again. Living in Mexico, going back to the States. My dad wants you to go to Texas, but my mom said she'll disown. Like she'll disown you if you live with your dad, or she'll disown you if you come to the States. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta do what makes you happy, bestie. To all the besties, please send me some energy of warmth and light I've been going through. I'm so sorry, bestie. Sending you good vibes. Why is everybody having a bad day? Should I move to Texas or back to California? I'm scared. Let me turn on all the lights. No, leave it. I'm gonna stop it. You have to do what makes you happy, bestie. If you want to be in Texas, be in Texas. You want to be in Cali, be in Cali. You feel me? Go with my dad. They divorced. Yeah, do what makes you happy. I'm sorry, but like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you gotta put you first. It's a Monday, best. I mean, that is true. It is Monday. It's a full moon, y'all. You're right. You're right, Emily. Okay. No, because I was thinking like the most randomest shit. We were talking about the movie Chicken Run. Tell me why I used to be so scared of that movie when I was a kid. Stop it. I can see how you would get scared though. I can, because the animation, that type of animation was wild. Not even gonna lie. But I was thinking of like the most randomest fucking shit, and bro, because I was like, what used to scare me? You feel me? Like as a child. Let me just give a little quick story time, and then we're gonna get into like the besties confessions slash what's it called? Scary stories. All right. There's a lot too. There's a lot. These besties is wilding. All right. So tell me why. Not me having chicken run pick on my TikTok. Stop it. So when I was younger, so long story short, we used to go to Guanajuato all the time when I was younger for like summer and December, and my dad would like straight up just dump us there and come back and work and like, you know, vacay, right? And so we had a house. My dad built us a house, and it was a 2 bedroom. Mind you, we're a lot of baby kids, okay? So obviously, him and my mom had like the master bedroom or whatever, and then it was another room next to it, and then you had the sala and the kitchen and one restroom. And so the room that he made for like us, it was like huge. So what he ended up doing was he ended up putting a wall in between that room So that way it would be like boys, and then I was the only girl. So I would have my own room, and the boys would be, with the boys. Okay, bitch, tell me why y'all are gonna fucking. I can't. Like, I literally can't. So he put this wall. It was like a really nice, like cherry wood, red wood wall. But it didn't give me any privacy at the end of the day because they still had to go through, like, I was first, you know what I mean? So like my room came first, and my dad painted the room half pink for me and half blue for the boys. And so you still had to come through my room, like there's no privacy, whatever, just literally a wall. But for what at this point, right? And so I had all like pretty pink stuff in there. I had my little dresser, my little heart dresser that my grandpa had bought me, and like just very much pretty pink princess vibes in Mexico. And my mom did not my mom did not know what to do with the boys' room, right? It was like a baby blue color. I want to cry just thinking about it. Why did this woman? Oh, mind you, I had most of the light, so like the light was on my side of the room, like the ceiling light, and they had like a lamp in there. It was really dark in like one corner, like it gave scary vibes. Not even gonna lie, not even gonna lie. And why did my mom think it was a good idea to freaking put clowns in that room? She literally bought clowns from like the tianguis, like from the mercado, and she hung up clowns in their room, and then like she painted like clouds. Why are there clowns and clouds up in this room? And so I like nobody ever wanted to sleep in there. And so she would get mad because she's like, the boys need to sleep over there and you need to be in your room. Why would my brother sleep with me in my room? Because who wants to look at a clown, bro? And she would not get it through her head that like it wasn't cute. And then like how they had like a dark corner, like I was scared to go in there. I wanted nothing to do with that room. Nothing. Literally just above clowns looking down at you. I don't know why she thought that was cool. And like they always slept in my room, so the wall was pointless. Oh, the clowns were a thing of the night. Yeah, they for sure were. Le hizo por maldad. Yeah, and like I can't. I don't like clowns. And I remember, so like my brothers, like when she would make them sleep in that room, they would wake up crying, bro, and like they would just run. They would run to my room because like, what do you do? What do you do at that point? And then me, because I was a psycho, um, they was just all over the place. So let me tell you what I liked, and don't make fun of me. Or you can, it's fine. You know the wind chimes? What in Guanajuato, they had beautiful wind chimes. Okay? I was obsessed with them. I was obsessed with the wind chimes, but not like the ones that like you see out here in Texas or where in the States. The Mexican ones are like glass, and like they'll have dolphins or turtles or like fruit or like butterflies, like beautiful, beautiful wind chimes. I was obsessed with them. So why yo, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed right now because nobody told me anything. God bless my dad, honestly, because he didn't care. Every time we went into Dolores, he would buy me a wind chime, and I would be like, I really want that one because they were just so beautiful. They were really pretty to look at. And so I had all types of wind chimes hanging from the ceiling in my room. And then he put one on the outside of my door too. And so imagine, okay, like whenever like there was wind, the wind chimes, and then the fucking clowns in the other room. We traumatized ourselves, honestly. Bessies, have your family in Mexico said that there are secret buried treasure on their land somewhere? Because I feel like I hear that often. I mean, honestly, that's what they used to do. In what's it called? In Trancas City, in Mexico. What's it called? It's called Hacienda Las Trancas. Expensive to stay there. First and foremost, I would love to stay there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful hacienda. But they literally have said that there's rumors that in those walls there's some shmoney up in there. I don't know how true it is, but it's like, I don't know. Are you gonna risk, you know what I mean, a beautiful hacienda getting torn down for some like potential treasure and gold? I don't know if it's worth it. It's historic. You feel me? Miguel Hidalgo stayed in there. He stayed at the hacienda. Look it up. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My biggest fear and nightmares involve clowns. I hate them. Yeah. My grandma used to have some. Bessie, I'm not too late. I love reading the comments when I live. My mom said her grandma would tell her they hide their values when the mix. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in those times. In those times, in Trancas, there literally are tunnels where like connecting from the church to the hacienda to like back in the mountains and the cerros when the war would go down and they would like put the women and children through those tunnels. I never saw them, but the woman who I don't know if she's still there. I don't know who owns the hacienda, but she was my homie. You feel me? When I used to go, she was my homie, and she's like, "You want to see the tunnels? Like you could see the tunnels." But I was scared. I was like, "What if we get lost down there or something?" I ain't about to do that. You feel me? But yeah, like they had like little tunnels underground to get places whenever like the bad people would come in with their pew pews. You feel me? OMG, yes, my grandma buried money, but they protected it. If it's not yours, you won't get it. The treasure would cut your whole family line. You're right. My mom was still hard money. She wraps some fall and howls it throughout the house. They say if the money doesn't belong to you, it'll turn into sand. I get it. It was gone. If it's not yours, it won't be yours. Oh, that's interesting. I have found like five 1980s coins of 500 and 200 pesos. Moo. It turns to carbon. My dad took me to Mexico to try to get me to go down a cave to find treasure. I said, hell no. I was like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. There was honestly parenting back in the day was very questionable because, like I said, in Mexico, I don't even remember seeing my mom and dad most of that time. Like I would just run off with my primos when I was little, up until I started getting older, and like when I was like maybe 12, 13 years old. That's when they started keeping me close. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know why. I guess weirdos and creeps. But when I was younger, man, I was up in people's houses. I was wilded. I don't even know what I was doing. And like they would like literally let us to the river by ourselves. Like one day could have got us. Time my brother almost drowned, bro, because we were thinking about it, but like I use laughing and jokes as a coping mechanism. Okay, but it was a very traumatic day. We were all at the river, and like you can stand up, like it's not deep, but there's certain holes in the river that like you can sink in. And one time my brother was like, he was just like hopping around, bro, just hopping around, and he goes boop, and he goes into like a little fucking hole next to the cave, and my uncle had to go in there and get him. Like it was crazy, and it's just like y'all really just let us do whatever. Like I'm telling you, we're lucky to be alive. Straight up. I've seen it one day. That I know it's all fun and jokes. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I wish I was the one that would roll up on me, but like low key no, because I feel like I can fight. I sent mine 20. I'm so sorry, best. I will feel better soon. I want to see it one day, but like not like I would like I have to see it one day. Like I'm manifesting or I want it to come up in my room or anything like that. But like you know what I mean? I just feel like I want to be able to be like, hey, I saw the one day. But then they're like, I have this in the back of my head, like, careful what you wish for. Because what if the duendes aren't even that small? You know what I mean? Like, what if they low key fit? What if they low key hit in the gym? What if low key they hit me in my knees, I fall down, and then like they beat my ass? You know what I mean? I don't know. And like, I don't know if I want to tell that story that like I got my ass beat by some duendes. I'd rather just say I saw one. You know what I mean? Also, are they ugly or are they cute? What if they? Yeah, I'm saying. What if they can shapeshift? What should be cuddly with you? I saw one in my house. Those who have seen, what do they look like? I picture like those bones in people's yards, like a little creature, probably about like yay high. I feel like they're not even bigger than this, but what do I know? They look old from the face and they are small and move fast. No, I never want to see anything scary or paranormal anymore. Not like hearing stories. No, I've been through some shit. I've been through some paranormal shit. Like I've seen witchcraft and all that, like straight up firsthand. That shit's fucking scary. Literally, how do you know it's a duende? Yeah, what if I think it's a duende and it's not? I didn't know duendes are gnomes. I don't know if they are. What are they? I feel like that's what I imagine in my head when I think about a duende. That's what I think about. My ex-husband said he saw one in the rancho. He said it looked like a little kid. Duendes like AirPods, Hub, CD. I never found them. Is there a difference between duendes and chaneques? What's that? Add that word to the vocab because I've never heard that. New word unlocked. All right, let's get into these. Excuse me. I just had a sandwich. Okay. A few years ago, I worked night shifts, and my husband said that while I was at work, he went to bed like any normal day And by midnight or so, he felt like he couldn't breathe and he felt something hairy on him. So I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. That would not let him go. And he said what was a few seconds felt like minutes, and he couldn't go back to bed until I got home. When he told me I couldn't fall asleep. I think a duende was trying to steal your man, girl. I would check up on her. I would check her actually because couldn't breathe and hairy. 2 + 2 = what? I think they were trying to take your man. I don't know, but I could be wrong. You feel me? I don't know what another explanation there is. Who else? I mean, what? Unless somebody else has a different theory. That's what I'm thinking. He felt something hairy. What was it doing? That's what I'm talking about. I think she was trying to seduce your man, girl. And you know, me personally, I wouldn't let that slide. I would, I wouldn't let that slide. But you know, or I did. Se le subió el muerto. If it was a wet dream, it could have been a demon. Stop. What do you mean a wet dream? Like the sweats? And ella se le trepaba la muerta. Exactly where did he feel his hair? She was sitting on his face. Seduced. I'm starting to feel seduced. It sounds like sleep paralysis. My thing is, no, like sexual. Shut up. Demons get down like that? I know that. I know that. Bessie, I can't do scary. Me cubro con la sangre de Cristo. Amen. Bye. Have a good night. I'm sorry, Bessie. Wait, what do you mean? No, oh, I was gonna say because my mom always told us this. Like we had cats when we were younger, but my mom preferred dogs because like she just wasn't a cat person. But like, straight up, I'm not, no lie. Wait, do you have a cat, Bestie, or do you have any like, you know what I mean? Because they say that like you should not have cats around babies, and well, this is what I was told. I could be wrong. Don't the fur mommies and daddies don't come from me. This is what I was told. That like cats around newborns and like children in general because like some cats like se les mete like you know a bad spirit or whatever and like it has been known, like I said, I don't know if this is true or not, it's just a myth maybe, that like if they sit on top of your baby that like they suffocate them. But I don't know like what the reasoning is behind that. I don't know, you know what I mean, if it's just cats. But my mom would tell us that, and like straight, I promise you, after she told me that, why did I wake up one time, okay, and my cat was on top of my face, and I freaked out, and I was like, what is going on? So I don't know if she put that fear in me, and my cat did that or what. But I was fighting for my life. I have cats and they're fighting around babies that just shouldn't be around their feces because of bacteria. Yeah, I don't know. That's what my mom told me. And like after that, I didn't want cats anymore because I woke up and she was on top of me. And I was like, girl, what are you doing? Yeah, I still believe that till this very day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. My mom was just trying to trick me, but also my aunt had told me that too. Like she did not like cats around babies, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? What do I know about that? Let me light some incense. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that too. The cats are not good to be around infants. Everybody says that they can travel in our world and the dead. Ooh. Cats in general don't give a fuck if they find a spot that comfortable. They lay there. Well, damn. I don't know. I don't know, but like I don't like cats. They're so scary to me. I don't feed into the stereotype about black cats. It's sad. You know what I mean? But it like I used to when I was younger. Cause like I said, my mom me metía ese pinche miedo. And like if I saw a black cat, like yo me persinaba, and I was just like, not no black cat crossing me. But as I got older, I'm like, it ain't the cat's fault. You know what I mean? But like, also if you have fear like that, just don't own a pet. I love cats, but unfortunately, I'm allergic. I'm not a pet person. When I was younger, yeah, because I didn't give a F. But now that I'm older, I just want to clean up after. I already clean up after a man. You feel me? I don't want to do it about a pet either. Like I can't. I don't like cats, but when I pet them, they feel so bony. They're the rulers of the underworld. I just got a black cat. Good for you. All right. Hey, Bestie, I have a scary story time for you. So, my grandma's dad had an admirer and she decided to confess her love to him. He, of course, turned her down. No. Since he loved and was married to my great grandmother, the lady got upset and did brujeria on him, his kids, and his kids' kid. Not the bloodline. Needless to say, there have been lots of paranormal activities since she cursed them. My mom was pregnant with my sister, and she had said during that time she and my dad lived in an apartment, and at night she would get up to use the restroom or get water, and every time she would find the living room furniture upside down. Me dio escalofrío, bitch. Hold on. And cabinets open, even an old teddy bear would go off, and there would be no batteries in it. Girl. How do we get this reversed? How do we fix this? Is this fixable? Because that made me feel some type of way. I got the, you know, that thing that you get like on your neck? Girl. That's crazy. I make a cross also on my windshield. Same. That's scary. But I do believe that's like for real. I'm gonna burn that house and dip. The same thing happened to me with the teddy bear. She needs some agua. No, like honestly, I do believe that like you can get cursed straight up. Like some bitches have the power to do that shit. Like that shit's crazy. I feel like, I mean, ¿qué culpa tenía él though? You know what I mean? Like it's not his fault that like he didn't want you. Like no seas ardida. You feel me? Like move on, babe. But like damn. Like not the kids and the kids' kids. Like that's just generation after generation. Girl just hurried out of Target. My grandma told me the opposite. She had cats because they're protectors and bad spirits and brujeria. She has cats sometimes sacrifice themselves for their owner. That's an evil entity getting into an object. I don't know, Bessie, but I feel like y'all really should go to somebody. Not me home alone, Bessie, pero aquí ando. You're gonna be okay. It's fine. Puro cotorreo, you feel me? I would go to a curandera or something. Because honestly, not some people be cursed. No, some people do be cursing people over petty shit. So it's like, I feel like y'all should try and get that shit reversed. Like have it on her grandkids. You feel me? Double it and give it back. Cause you don't want it. Like we don't want that. I don't like that. I feel like at some point y'all need to go and try to get that off. You know what I mean? Like get that off your family. Cause that's wild. Wow. That one made me feel some type of way. I feel like people just not liking you and having bad thoughts and energy can affect you. No, for sure. But like I feel like somebody like la envidia or like just hating somebody, I feel like yeah, it affects your like your spirit, your vibe and all that. But I feel like a curse, like when somebody curses you, because there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. I don't know like the do's and don'ts or like the technicalities when it comes to like witchcraft and cursing and like just bad vibes. But from what I can like kind of what I imagine, like what I've seen and what I've heard, I feel like witchcraft is something that like they do because they don't like you. You know what I mean? Obviously, either you did something to them unintentionally or something, or they just don't fucking like you. They don't fuck with you, and like they'll do it to you to make you suffer. You know what I mean? But I feel like cursing somebody, that's something that goes, that's something that comes, that's deep. You know what I mean? I feel like that's like that's all of you to say that. You know what I mean? Like I cursed you, and you know I cursed you and your family and like everybody. That's something that's really deep and like that's like a different level of hatred, and it's very very different because I feel like a curse like that, like when they curse you, and if it works, you know what I mean, if you believe in that, I feel like that's something that you don't take lightly. Like you kind of have to fix it. While as you know witchcraft, you go to a curandera and like you heal yourself, but a curse is different from witchcraft. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. And that's crazy that like, you know, it doesn't stop and it continues and it goes on from generation to generation. That's when if it were to hit me, you know what I mean? God forbid. I'm gonna need to go talk to somebody. Let's fix this cuz You know what I mean? Yes, you can encourage, believe it. My tía does magia blanca y magia negra. Le tiene un altar para la Virgen y otro más grande a la Santa Muerte. She doesn't charge, but she does decide if to help you or not. Yeah. My aunt once had brujeria done on her from her boyfriend's mom. She was on the brink of dying, and the doctors didn't know what it was. I brought it up to her to ask questions. Yeah. I saw this girl that didn't like me at a restaurant, and a week later, I got into a car accident. I feel like she gave me ojo or something, but she never wants to get into it. Yeah, because it's really hard. I feel like only they know what they're going through. You know what I mean? And so to relive certain stuff like that, I feel like I feel like even your body feels it. You know what I mean? My dad wanted my dad's wannabe side piece put a curse on him, and he had to go to Mexico to get curado. Yeah, yeah. Like she was sick for the longest, and when she finally died, that happened. Oh, I'm sorry, bestie. People are fucking crazy out here. All right, scary story time. So I worked at a gym on my husband's native reservation. We had this really creepy storage closet in the back of the building that everyone I know hated going into. People would always say it's cold in the closet or they have seen a black figure standing in the closet. I had the door to the closet open multiple times on its own while I was working. I was making renovations to the space, so I decided to take off these very heavy wood doors that we had on the other side of the building, and my assistant at the time was helping me move them into the creepy closet. We propped the doors against the wall in the back of the closet, and as soon as my assistant turned his back to the doors, it was pushed on top of him and cracked his head open. The lights turned off. I picked up the door off my assistant, but we just stood there in shock. Something shoved that door onto him, and he wouldn't want to even get the mop out of the closet after that happened to him. I'm glad he's okay. That is freaking scary. See, and Jacobo don't be believing me on this, y'all, because I'm just like, he's like, because Jacobo's thing is like, yo le tengo más miedo al vivo que al muerto. But I'm just like, no, like, there's certain forces that, like, si te pueden hacer daño. Even if you don't believe it, like, I for sure, like, I feel like shit happens for a reason. Like, that's crazy. Like, some people do end up getting hurt out of stuff like that. Like, there's just, it's almost unexplainable. Like, yeah, I get it, but, like, I think, it's hard to believe in the unseen. But man, I'm glad your assistant is okay. Who girl? There's bad spirits. I'm scared of both living and dead. I think I can't take this. I'm scared of this how I keep leaving and coming back. Stop it, bestie. It's gonna be okay, I promise. I promise. Alright, let's go into ooh, there's a lot. I was doing like the DMs, now we're gonna go into like the ones from my story. They feed off emotions like fear, anger, or sadness. My thing is like let's be fucking for real for a second here. My thing with these types of stuff is like how does one even get there? You know what I mean? Like depending on what you believe in your belief system, how does one even become a bad spirit? Like how does that happen? Where do they come from? See, I'm a person where like I need answers. And like I have so many questions because what drove you there? Was it just like a miserable life that you had? Or something so you were done wrong, or you were just an evil person in life and then you became evil after too? You know what I mean? It's like, what happened? How did we get here? ¿Por qué me quieres jalar las patas en la noche? You feel me? Like what? And why are you doing that? What does that do for you? You know what I mean? Damn Margados. Every time I get a reading, they tell me I need to be more open because it runs in my family, but I'm scared. No, honestly, a human soul is different from an evil spirit. Now I'm doing laundry in the basement, ya me estoy imaginando cosas. Stop it. Okay. Dicen que porque no era su tiempo de irse y tienen cosas pendientes aquí en la tierra. Not you confronting. No, but it's like, you know, like what happens? Like, how does that even happen? Like, it makes you think. They probably didn't get tronco. Stop it. Stop it. Because also, like, my thing is, I need to do my research. I need to do my research. Los pantos con un pedo. Honestly. I need to research because where did witchcraft even come from? You know what I mean? Hoy voy a dormir con el calzón al revés para que no me agarre la bruja. Stop. Like, where did it even come? Where does it originate, first of all? And second of all, who, like, my thing is, you don't just, do you make it up? Or is it just a made up thing? You know what I mean? Like, not made up, but like, you know how, I, I probably sound so fucking dumb, but like, so like, for example, a recipe, food, right? Like, obviously, nobody knew what a freaking casserole was, okay? Obviously, somebody had to make it up, throw all the ingredients in there, and was like, this is a casserole now. So, did somebody just start messing around and accidentally invent witchcraft? Or, like, what happened? Like, was somebody, like, how did this become? And how did it pass down? And who has, like, how do you decide who has the power to do it? You feel me? Like, what are the rules? What are the do's and don'ts? Because it just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how did this even go about? You know what I mean? We need answers. I done our research after this. It was like, I want to do my research. Oh yeah, I for sure am like almost 100% positive it started in Africa because they know what they're doing. You feel me? She scared the crap out of me because she would laugh at the lockers and make faces. My grandma made my dad kill chickens for witchcraft. He was 6 years old. Stop. I was hearing my equals in my dream a couple of days ago. I checked my camera in the AM. It was cats getting it on. Stop. Maybe from our indigenous ancestors. Maybe. But like, I just want to know. I just want to know. Like, I wish I was there. Type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I wish not I was there, but like, oh, to be a fly on the wall when shit was going down in history. You feel me? Oh, to be a fly on the wall when somebody was just randomly in the forest, just, or I don't know what they were doing by a fire, and they were just wilding out. You know what I mean? Like, how did they know what to chant? Or how did they know what to even say to get shit rolling? I need answers. I need answers. Because, like, what? You know what I mean? My husband is Senegalese, and I've heard some crazy. Oh, I put that on a shirt. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. How did this all come about? I have no idea, but I dream when someone passes away and someone is pregnant. Girl. My mom had that too. Low key, like me and my sisters used to joke around. No, straight. Don't even quote me right now. Like, don't even fucking make fun of me. But like, my mom always knew shit. Like, she just knew it. And like, me and my sister, when we got older, we were like, this bitch probably low key a bruja because ain't no fucking way. Like, she knew when like one of my sisters was pregnant. She knew when somebody was gonna pass away too, and like she just knew. Honestly, she even knew what I was thinking, and like I just could not like. It made like I would even like I would test. Bitch, it sounds so dumb. I would test her. Like I would think something in my head to see if she would get mad to catch her. You know what I mean? I never caught her though, but like she just knew what I was thinking all the time, and it irked me. And it's just like, how do you know this? How do you know what I'm thinking? How do you know what I'm doing? How do you think? How do you know? How do you know what I'm my next move? You know what I mean? Like make it make sense. We'll never know. Es un don. We have it in my family. My mom always dreams of people in the family who are pregnant before we even know. Y sabe que va a ser. Oh, that's an extra. That's an extra level because my mom didn't know what they were having. She just knew when they were pregnant. I always thought people could read my mind when I was like, no, for sure, for sure. That's why it doesn't take people seriously when they tell me about their dreams. Yeah, they say pero people have a don pero you just have to open your eye, but opening that because a lot of response. I've heard that too. I've heard that like I saw it on TikTok that everybody has like what is it, your third eye, and like not a lot of people can I guess open it, but like when you do the like you just see the world differently, and it's crazy. And like my toxic trait is that like I can do it and it's gonna happen. When I was pregnant, my mom would say, vas a tener niña, y ella viene todos los días a visitarme en la noche a jugar conmigo. And I did have a girl. Once she was born, ya no la soñó. That's crazy. All right, let's get into this. Okay. My mom worked cleaning offices back in the day in California. The office she cleaned had jars of body parts in some sort of liquid, so the vibes were off already. She worked with three other people, and they all would go to separate rooms to finish quick. One night, they heard what they thought was La Llorona. El Lamento would go upstairs where they were and would make its way downstairs. After that, they all worked together for months because they couldn't get over what had happened. No, because honestly, y'all, like, Don't even get me started. Like if you go on YouTube or like sometimes I saw some of the videos like on TikTok where it's like the border patrol and like people who are there at the border, all the stuff that they have seen when it comes to Nahuales, when it comes to La Llorona, when it comes to like just mystical shit, like paranormal shit. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Like it's one thing being an ICE agent, you feel me? Like, you feel me? We don't fuck with you. I know you're just doing your job, but like, why would you pick that job? Hater. Just kidding. But not kidding. Actually, you know what? Fuck, y'all deserve to see La Llorona. I really don't throw rocks at y'all. Cause what are you doing? Why would you pick a job like that? First of all, right? But second of all, no, they have the craziest stories. You want to see some shit, bitch? Go be an ICE agent for like a week. Go be border patrol, babe. At night, they say they be seeing shit, and I'm just like, you convince yourself. I'm just like, can you imagine though? Like ahí en el pinche monte, like by the river at night, babe. And honestly, not to mention, and it makes sense to me too because they were like, I don't believe, like I saw some comments and they were like, I don't believe that like all that happens at the border. No, you know how many lost souls there are at the border? So many people that don't make it, that they're so that were never found, you know what I mean? That their family doesn't know if they crossed, if they didn't cross. Si ahí se murieron, si se ahogaron, and like there's so I in my head I imagine at the border there's so many lost souls just like wandering because it's like, you know, no fueron enterrados. A lot of them didn't have a proper burial, you know what I mean? Like they're just there. They're gone. It's crazy when you think about it. It's like, yeah, you would see some shit out there because so many deaths there. Like, think about it. Put two and two together. What I studied, they only show themselves to you if they want to. Yo soy muy culona. I wouldn't handle a job like that. No, for real, places that high death rates have to be haunted, it's scary and sad. Yeah. My tax trade is doing it. You feel me? Like I feel like if I were to be like a border patrol agent, I do it, but just to do it and like let people fucking like, you know, oh, I se me cayó mi agua, perdón. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. And honestly, be fucking for real, y'all. Not to get political on y'all or anything like that, because you know people have mixed opinions. That's fine. That's your business, right? But like, you know how many people, okay, literally fucking let people cross. Like, you know how many fucking border patrol, are double agents. Like they getting their check, all right, and they still passing people. They don't care. They're everywhere inside your home too. On the phone with that, a lot of border patrol agents work with. Yeah, a lot of them they double agents, babe, as you should, right? They over there, they kikiing it with you on their lunch break. Y'all eating some tacos and whatnot. And then at night, guess what? They running through the monte, bitch. They're the guide. Yeah. So, my religion has this rule to never go to the lake, river, etc. by yourself because the spirit will cling to you and make you fall in love, so you will pass to the other side. Yeah, and so yeah, I would do. That's what I'm saying. I would. Sorry, didn't see anything. My bad. I'll do better next time. I got you, boss. Next time, I'll keep a lookout. Yeah. My mom's friend got help with one when they were crossing things out. They got exactly. It happens to the best of them. You feel me? You gotta do what you gotta do. I would do that. Okay. One time in band camp. Oh, God. I'm scared of what I'll see. Honestly, I'll just like that's something that I think not everyone would be able to handle. No, honestly, straight up. But like, it's crazy because we need to interview these people. We need to interview them because they've seen some shit at the border. And like, I was talking. So I had this. I had the chills. Sorry, I had the chills. So I had this like this friend, right, when I was working at Target, and he was working there, and he was whatever the fuck. Why did I go into detail? It doesn't matter what he was doing. He was backstock. And he would tell me that like he was doing I forgot what it was called. what are they called? Like his it was a religious thing where like he would go to like the border towns, and like I guess he would like try to get them to join whatever like religion they were. Like it would, I don't know what's it called. It's like what is it called? It's like there's a word for it. Long story short, he was there, right, with his people, and that like at the border, mission. There we go, missionary work. I knew I had it right here. So he was on, yeah, he said he was on a missionary work, and that it was him and a couple of buddies, and that they were at the border trying to get people to, I guess, to go over to the religion. I don't know how that works, right? Please, correct me if I'm wrong. And he said that like he said straight up that like he wasn't there that long, that he was there maybe like a couple of months, and that it was cool, it was chill, he was making friends, he was eating good food, blah blah blah. And then he said that I don't know what they were doing, but it was at nighttime, and he said that they were like I don't know where, and but like it was like the monte type of stuff. Called, let's just stop it. Like they were, it was like monte type stuff. I don't even know what they were doing out there. He said that like he's like I don't even know. He's like I was young and dumb, and like it was just like I don't even know I don't even know what we were doing there because it was just so crazy. And that they got there and that straight up they saw a woman, and he was like he didn't know who La Llorona was. Nobody ever told him. You know, he's palm color. He's a white man. So he's like, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know who she was, what she did, you know, what she was dedicated. Like I didn't know anything about her. I didn't know her credentials. Okay. And he was like, I had no idea who this woman was. He's like, but it's me, my two buddies, there's three of us, we're just there. He's like, we see her, that she was by like a tree. We're not even really like what I imagine is like whatever, don't matter. And so he said he's like she was by a tree and she was crying, and you know because they're doing their thing or whatever, that he was like I'm gonna go talk to her, and like his friends were like I don't know, like maybe we should leave her alone, and that he was like no, like I'm gonna talk to her, like obviously she's going through and she's crying. And in my, like, as soon as he was telling me, I was like, bitch, la llorona. Te tapaste con la pinche llorona. And he was like, she was crying. She was leaning up against the tree and she had her like this. She was like this. And so he says he goes up to her, right? And then his friends are following him. That they're a little behind, but he's walking fast up to her. That he gets there, and that he said that he was going to, like, touch her. And he was going to be like, what's wrong? But something stopped him, right? And that he just talked to her. I don't know what he said. And he's like, my Spanish wasn't really good. I ended up saying something. He's like, he said this bitch looked up at them and she had the fucking ugliest face. And they're like, he got scared that his friend passed out. He almost passed out. And he said that like she looked at them and she screamed, and that whenever she screamed, like I guess his like he came out of shock, and they just took off running. They grabbed a friend and they took off running. And then he's like, I didn't look behind me. I didn't care. He's like, I had my friend's arm. My friend had the other, and we just ran. He's like, we literally dragged him out of there. And like, they go back, I guess, to like the house they were staying at. They told, like, they don't speak good Spanish. They were telling the guys what had happened and I don't know what. And like, they were putting two and two together. Like, wait, slow down. What happened? And he was like, I didn't know how to tell them that we had just seen a freaking ugly lady out there. And then like, I guess somebody else, a translator, he translates to them, and they're like, oh, like they were like, oh, it's the Llorona. And he was like, they said it so casually, like, oh, you saw the Llorona. And we were like, who is that? And then, like they gave him like the story and like the history of it, and he's like, no, I did. He left. He said, I did not go back. I was like, I can't do this no more. I'm out. Yeah. And I was just like, bro. And he said, he's like, I don't even want to think about it. He's like, it was the scariest thing I have ever seen in my life. And I was like, what was she wearing? And then he was like, he goes, to be honest, he doesn't even remember what she was wearing. He just remembers her face. He was like, her face was hideous. I was like, well, I'm glad you're lying, because I feel like with that's a heart attack. For sure. Max is Ramos Calentes, and he said in the region the Llorona appears normal from behind, but with the face of a rotting horse head. Made me. He didn't know she was on the no contact list. Y si mejor hacemos confesiones, bestie. Like when I came in close, she was running missionaries out of the town. No, but like, I'm just like, bro, like I just imagined it in my head. And then he told me that like her face was like hideous, right? And he said that like she TMI, right? This is what he told me, but I'm imagining it's disgusting. He said straight up like se le estaba pelando la cara. Like she had like a pale face, and then like she had like scabs on her face, like her skin was coming off, and I'm like, oh, stop it! I was like, stop. Ugh. Where's the other part of this before I start? Okay. I saw her too when I was little. I've never seen her. I've never seen her, but I could have sworn I heard her, girl. And it's not. It ain't cute. It ain't cute, Yoris. And my thing is, Yoris, okay? Not me asking questions and like it's none of my business, right? And like I'm not interviewing you, nothing like that. Like no pressure, babe. But like, how are you everywhere at the same time? You're telling me you travel state to state or what? Are there multiple yous? Or what's going on? How are you telling me that you've been all over Mexico and Southern America? You feel me? Like what's going on? What are you doing, babe? You on world tour or what? Cause come on now, I seen you. Well, I haven't seen you, but I've heard you. You know what I mean? People they swear they seen you. So what's going on? What you doing? What's the point of this? When my daughter was little, she would come downstairs giggling. I'm like, Skyla, what's so funny? She's like, oh, I was playing with the nice man upstairs with the silver hair. Nah, like why she looking for her kids when she's the one? Stop! Don't even get me started. She got money. No, she do. How she got a visa? Bestie, don't let Yordies here. I'm just saying, you everywhere, babe. We couldn't get this type of stuff out of Beyonce. You feel me? Like Yordies been on world tour since when? Circa when? Circa when? She's telling me like our kids gotta see this and then our grandkids gotta see you. Like, I just want to talk. Let's talk it out. Man, she promoted. That's what I'm saying. I mean, just sell some tickets because at this point, yeah, baby, you winning a plate. Stop it. I just want to know: is it wrong to ask? You know what I mean? This is like Yori's internet now. Beyonce could never. Yes, the walking back home in Rancho after the baile is scary. She pit bull. No, walking after the baile is scary. I don't know how you bitches be doing it. All right. I work at a nursing home, and the other day I heard a noise coming from an empty room. Where's the rest of this? I guess there's no other. I guess that was the Julia, stop, okay, because you're always gonna pull your feet at night. Chill. I'm just kidding. All right, Bestie, I had sex with El Padre. I had sex with El Padre de la Iglesia while having a confession. I'm gonna act like that. I didn't read that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna act like we didn't read that. We're gonna move past it because we've already gone too deep into this. We all have our ticket to hell. I don't need another one. So I'm gonna act like that did not happen. We're gonna move on, Bestie. We have to. We have to. Anyways, after my passed away in 2009, when I would go to sleep, I would see a shadow of a man in a corner. And I used to put my face in my brother's face to go to sleep. My mom's room door would open by itself and the kitchen drawers would open by itself. I wasn't always scared. What? I can't with y'all. I can't with the way y'all be saying stuff. So were the sins forgiven since you're already in there, or that's what I'm talking about? El Padre is el diablo. No, because like dude, stop it because like not to fucking sound dumb, but like, have you guys seen the meme on like Facebook and like wherever where like literally it's girl y se anda acostando con el mismo diablo, and it's just like girl, sometimes you are, sometimes these men be el mismo, they be fucking up your life. Ever like luck and just bad energy. And you literally like, girl, let that man go. Let that man go. Let that man go. All right. I can't with the way y'all be saying. Hey, Brody, is he in here? Hey, Brody. Listen to this shit. Bestie, because the way you worded this got me fucking done. Many moons ago. Thank you. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed saying that. Many moons ago, I got home at 3 a.m. Not a good hour. I opened my gate. As I walked in, I followed whom I thought was my older sister to the backyard. I followed the giggles just to realize there was nobody there. It scares me as I've heard so many stories where like they remember or a friend or somebody that they know. That's scary. Bianca, what's he doing? I need to update. Yeah. 4 score and 7 years ago. Gotta be a white bestie because who following a giggle? Stop it. Stop. Okay. Had my second baby via C-section. 1 week in, little sleep in the middle of the night, I see a little boy run down the hall. LOL, woke up my husband and told him, dude, we gotta switch because I'm seeing shit. I have a lot of faith in God and the Virgencita, so I believe it was all in my head since I lacked sleep. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. My mom cleaned me one time when I was 5 and my egg came out with blood. They sent me to a bruja. Oh my God. What does that mean? Anybody know what that means? That's wild. I don't even know. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to read the egg when it comes to ojo. What was that? Is that my light glitching? Is it yours? I was just kidding, babe. I don't care what you do. You want to go on world tour? Go on world tour. You feel me? Just don't charge too much for them damn tickets. We don't want that. Bessie, stop. That's scary. Sorry, I'm reading. Stop, Jelena. Go home, Yodis. Her next stop is Austin, apparently. Oh, I didn't know that. You invite bad things when you talk about the paranormal. Chill, bestie. Chill. Yodis getting her revenge, bestie. I told you not to let her hear you. Y'all hear the music. Bestie, there's something behind you, JK. Marty, I was The moon of creepy here in Houston. Bestie is a little scared. No, God got me. We're just talking. We're just talking. Chill. Chill. All right. I had a poltergeist experience at my old babysitter's house. She had a teddy bear with a heart and it would say I love you nonstop. We took the batteries out and it kept doing it. So we drowned the teddy bear in the tub with water and it said I love you and stopped. Girl, two wrongs don't make a right. You telling me that the teddy bear would not stop saying I love you, so you drown it? I don't know, babe. I don't know about that one. Two wrongs don't make a right. No, because you're gonna stay with me with all this scary stuff. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm in third miedo. It's fine. We're fine. All right. My mom wants me to go to Mexico this July to see my grandma, but I'm scared because behind her house, it's a huge cemetery, and when it's 2 a.m., you can hear footsteps. So my question is, should I go? My grandma turning 90, and she wants to see everyone, but I don't want to go because it's scary and no internet connection. Like, I can't do all that. Bestie, you gonna be fine. No, I don't know. If you're really scared, I mean, how bad could it be, though? Your grandma turning 90, babe. You know what I mean? Me, I would go. I just want to stay there. Stay somewhere else. You feel me? Stay somewhere else if you got to. That's what I would do. But what do I know? I can't with the way y'all word these. Um, my sister had a high fever once, and bitch started screaming, saying there was a man in our room. Girl, when I tell you I ran, stop it. Stop it. Y'all scary. Many suns ago, exactly. It's not a confession, but it's a paranormal experience. When I lived in Cali as a child, I always saw a dark figure around me. Well, it followed me to Indiana, and 2 years ago, I started saging, and I feel like a weight off my whole spirit. I'm glad that you got rid of that, bestie, because damn, that's scary. Oh, girl. I think my ex is manifesting me. He's been in my head constantly for about a year, and I kissed my man, and it felt like my ex. What is going on? Ooh, girl, that's scary. I don't know about that. Go see somebody because I don't think that's normal to like feel your ex when you're kissing your man. It's too real. It's too real. I can't stay clean music, bestie. Not you taunting like you already. It's fine. It's fine. All right. I was using the computer and I remember hearing noises and like someone was opening up drawers and I didn't think much of it because I thought it was my mom. 2 minutes later, my mom walked in with mandado. I freaked out and told her. Turns out I was alone the whole time. We went to check the cajones were all open. I freaked out. It was my grandma's room. She passed 2 months before it happened. Maybe she's trying to scare you, babe. Maybe she pulling a little jokey joke. You know what I mean? Maybe it was a little jokey joke. It got too real though. You feel me? That's wild though. Years ago, my dad regularly got his cars read, and during this time, my brother constantly complained of nightmares. One day, we got home to our apartment, and a whole bunch of flies covered our windows from the inside of the apartment. There was no way they could have came inside. However, food was out, and they were only by the window, not moving. A priest said it was caused by my dad getting cars read. Open the door to negativity. Wow, I didn't know that. Flies are a sign of bad energy. What in the Amityville? That's what I was about to say. I was like, I seen that in a movie somewhere. Which honestly, I'm like literally traumatized because my mom used to make us watch scary movies. Like my mom loved scary movies. Like she wouldn't flinch. She liked being scared. Yeah, I had to watch like Amityville Horror. What's it called? Like The Exorcist. Like all types of like I and my dad hated it. We all hated it, but that's what my mom liked. Like The Omen. Um, so much. I'm getting scared and nobody isn't home. Yeah, I'm alone. When the Padre Amarro, and I do mediumship readings myself. I mean, it just depends on what you believe in. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are pro and then like they're against certain stuff. The one with the nun was the scariest in my opinion. Me too. I love horror movies. The Conjuring scares me. Oh no, jump scare, bitch! When she's down in the underneath the fucking in the basement doing all that. When I saw her face, I reset, bitch. I was like, oh. I love scary movies too, but then I can't see. No, not me. If I watch anything scary, I gotta put a cartoon on after. Flies were in Amityville Horror movie. Mm-mm. I work nights at a hospital, and patients always see a little boy that doesn't let them sleep. Double it and give it to the next person, cause ain't no way. Bestie, would you use a Ouija board? No, I'm scared. I don't think I have ever fully watched The Exorcist. The Exorcist. What's your favorite scary movie? The OG, The Exorcist. I mean, like it's a classic. It gets the job done. When homegirl's coming down the stairs all bloody. Bye, bye. No, thank you. No, thank you. The Devil Inside is the worst. It's documentary style, which makes it seem more real. Well, I didn't know. Okay, no, because like I feel like I've been lied to because I thought exorcisms were just BS. Okay, I thought that it was just something to scare people so that you're a good person. You don't be out there sinning and doing all types of stuff, right? And then I found out that like if you want to be a priest and like you go to those like straight up priest schools, you know what I mean? they teach you how to perform an exorcism. And I was like, I thought that was I didn't think that was real. I thought it was BS. But no, not the fathers out here actually having to learn how to protect us and themselves. Like, I literally thought that was a lie. I had no idea that they teach them that. And I was just like, not me thinking it was fake. Not me thinking that, like, that's, yeah. I did not know that. And when I saw that, I saw a documentary about it, I was like, wow. So they really got to go through all the, you know, all the, you know, the whole thing. Y'all thought college was hard? Performing exorcism. You can't. I'm done with you. And I am done with you. All right. Hey, bestie. I'm sending a scary story. This happened to my mom. So when my mom was in her 20s, she would go out clubbing every weekend, and it was Semana Santa. And my grandma told my mom, it's the Lord's week. Don't go out. But my mom didn't listen. She was out on the dance floor, and she said a handsome guy asked her to dance. She said he was the most beautiful man she had ever seen. When they were dancing, my mom looked down, and he had feet that chivo. She got scared and ran away. When she was walking home, a black dog appeared with red eyes and chased her home. I have heard that story so many times, and like from different women. So my thing is, you feel me? Um, the devil picking and choosing who he dancing with, or what? So what's up with that? You know what I mean? Like what's going on? I've heard that so many times, and from different women. You know what I mean? Like they swore that happened to them, and it's just like, what does that mean? There has to be a meaning behind that. You know what I mean? I might have to resume this live during the day. Like, I was getting another world tour. He said baddies only. That's what I'm thinking. Was your mom a baddie? Because not apparently not everybody gets that experience. So I guess per, you feel me? What is it? Why are my lights flashing? It happened to my aunt because she snuck out. Not Julia being jealous. Stop it. Okay. Okay, let's get into the stop. You see what you did. It's fine. We're fine. Chill. Daddy, chill. Okay. Hi, Bestie. This isn't a personal scary story, but have you heard of Celine Delgado? Back in the 2000s, there was a news station on Channel 5 in Mexico, and they would broadcast a missing people segment during commercial breaks at night. Usually it was different people each time, but people started to notice that they would show this photo of a woman named Celine every time. Usually there would be info next to each photo, like where the person was last seen, contact info for the family, etc. But Celine's had nothing. People, especially kids, started to get freaked out by the picture because the woman looked almost unreal. It became a sort of urban legend in Mexico. After a while, people started investigating. Apparently, there is no record of a missing woman named Celine Delgado, and the photo is said to be a mix of a bunch of different women's photos. That's why she looks uncanny. But why would a credible news station mess around with people like that? People think it was a tactic to get people and kids to be more careful and not go out at night. What's weird is that the news station posted weird things on their official Twitter years later. They would post distorted, blurry photos, videos at 3 a.m. and would delete them all by the morning. One of these videos was titled Celine. They never addressed this. Some people think they got hacked, but who knows? The photo of Celine is creepy, so heads up before you look it up. I'm not going to look it up. And let me tell you right now, I'm not going to look it up. You feel me? I'm not gonna look it up. I trust you. But that's scary. The Celine photo scared the crap out of me. Yeah, I'm not gonna look it up. I don't want to. I will say this though, and it really it creeps me out to even think. Like I get really sad, and like I really es que la vida está cabrona. Ooh, no, I wanted to cry already. Just because I think about so many tragedies and so many women and children especially who go missing and are never found. You know what I mean? I really think about stuff like that because I'm just like, There's no closure. There's no, like, I couldn't imagine, like a family member of mine going where they went, not knowing who took them, if on, if they're not here, if they're in another country. Like, it's just crazy to think, like, how many kids go missing. And not even that. Like, what got me too, I don't know if you guys have seen that one viral video of this woman, and I believe it was in Mexico. Correct me if I'm wrong. A woman who, honestly, even driving right now is crazy. Girls, be aware. Yes, please be aware of your surroundings. Um, what was I saying? It's not what. What was I saying? Dude, se me fue. We'll bring you to reality of, like, life is so short when it's taken like that. It's heartbreaking. It's scary as fuck. I just saw a woman in Mexico who, she apparently, like, a bus, but it was a vehicle with a body parts, basically, or a lot of, and she went crazy. Like, she was trying to tell them, like, what she saw, and, like, the police, they're trying to tell her, like, sit down, and she can't breathe, and she's just, you know what I mean, she's just going crazy, which, I mean, who wouldn't, you know what I mean? And then she ended up, I don't know how they ended up unaliving her, you know what I mean? But it is a thing. I also saw, I forgot where I saw this, but it was about a woman too, where, like, literally in broad daylight, her son was snatched from her, like, just snatched. Somebody took him. She ends up seeing her son, like, in the, like, she sees the car that takes him. Like, she follows this car. She lets the authorities know, hey, I'm following this car. They have a kid, and that, like, they were at a checkpoint or something. Over with her son, and no, they stopped the vehicle. Literally in, like, a matter of, like, I don't know how long she was following them, but in that time, like, they literally cut him open and they stuffed, you know narcotics in him. And it was just so sad. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That wasn't Caso Dorado, was it? No, because isn't that what the doctora, whatever, I saw it on, like, I didn't see it. It was, like, on a podcast. It was on a Mexican podcast, and they were talking about it. And I was just like, unless it was on there. Maybe they were talking about what happened on there. I don't know, but it was on it for sure was on a podcast. I saw it on TikTok. Yeah, it was like, it was a guy and it was a woman, and she was, I don't know if it was her story or she was just reading what she had heard, or they were just a thing in, like, in Mexico and in other, realize how many, they're used. Just like, it's crazy. Oh, well, an episode like that aired on Caso Dorado. Oh, okay. Oh, I saw it on a case, Caso Dorado. Maybe they were talking about that then, but I saw it on a podcast. I just don't know what the podcast name was, but it was like a woman, and she was talking, and she was also talking about how she was telling her story, and how, I don't know how it came that, like, she was a victim of human trafficking, and I saw it on a podcast as well. Yeah, I don't remember it was. I didn't get the name, but she was also telling her story, and she was saying how when she was younger, I don't know how, like, they, she was, basically, she was sold, and apparently, like, this man bought her, but not for, like, personal, like, not for him, you know what I mean, like, he did it to free her. And she was like, I'll never forget him, you know what I mean. She's like, I found him again, and, he's married, he has kids. She was like, and like, she's like, I can't believe that I think she said that, like, he bought her for 100,000 pesos, which I don't know how much that is in dollars. And this wasn't in today's time. This was back in the day. So I would imagine 100,000 pesos back in the day, years ago, we're talking about maybe like 20 plus years ago, was a lot of money. You know what I mean? And he bought her and he freed her. And I was just like, what in the fuck? Like, shit like that still goes down to this day in a lot of parts of Mexico, but nobody talks about it. Because from when apparently, well, I know in Veracruz, supposedly, a couple of towns away, like, literally in, like, in the cerros type of stuff, there's towns where like they still practice of like, you know, a man can go and offer money for your daughter to marry her, and it's his property. Like parents do that where they sell their daughters for land, for you know, for money or for whatever. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, why is it still being done today? You know what I mean? It's it's fucking crazy, and it's really fucking sad. Like, you just don't know what somebody's lived. And like when I saw the podcast and she was talking about that and then talking about her story, I was like, she just, to me she looks like a you know, normal face that you would see walking down the street, but you just don't know people's stories. And I was just like, you know, you don't think stuff like that happens to people, but it does. I seen a movie and it took a place in Tijuana, and the girl got a boyfriend and he was just dating girls to take them into the sex. Yeah, no, it's sad. It happens. Like, I feel like it with the movie Taken, which is might sound fucking dumb, but I feel like when that movie came out, people started to like realize that yeah, it's a real thing. There was one TikTok where a lady sold her two young daughters for a couple of hundred, and one was dead by the time they found them. When I was in Guatemala last summer, they took a little girl from the U.S. that was visiting from her front yard. She was autistic. Oh my goodness. I had an aunt who she let her daughter be watched by a random person all because she wanted to go out to drink and she was never seen again. Yeah. Podcast is double G bestie. Oh, okay. Truly terrifying and things like that. No, it is. And it's just, it's really sad. It's really sad. That's what I'm saying. You can't trust anybody nowadays with your kids. And it's sad. There was another I'm telling you, like, I see all this stuff on podcasts and like on TikToks. I told my husband that if I wasn't married, I'd be out and about looking for trafficked kids. It's crazy. Like, I don't even know how that works. Like, I feel like you have to go deep undercover and stuff like that and know how to like how to stomach certain things. Like Gloria Trevi, Sergio Andrade. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit like that be going on that, you know, some people refuse to believe, but it happens and it's out there and it's fucking scary, and it happens to anybody and everybody. Like, protect yourselves, especially the summer, ladies. I know everybody wants to have a hot girl summer and be out and about and doing this and that. Don't just get on whatever yacht or boat. Don't just go with whatever guy. Okay, the dating apps are cool and all that, but be careful because I feel like around that time that's when people start acting out. I feel like last year there was so many cases where it was the friends. We saw the case of the group, the friend group that went to where they go to Mexico to Cancun. I forgot where they went, and they unalived their friend. You know what I mean? Um, be careful because it's the friends, and especially when you're going on a trip with somebody. When it comes to money, when it comes to whatever else is going down, people get, especially when there's alcohol involved too. People get crazy. Okay, protect yourself. Don't y'all know a story about the mom who went undercover to find her daughter's killers and she infiltrated cartels? That's just crazy. So be careful. Be careful because you can't just go with anybody. You can't go with anybody. You can't trust everybody. The Cabo, yeah. No, but like I've seen, I feel like last year that's what it mostly was. You know, no, it's not normal, but it's just what you usually see is in the ex boyfriend or the husband. You know, jealousy, they want a divorce, they don't know how to get out of the marriage, and shit like that happens. And you really didn't see the kid, like the friend cases. You see them every now and then, friendships gone wrong, but I feel like last year that's what it mainly was. People just having a good time and then it just go left real fucking quick. So please be careful, besties, because especially, you know, with your kids, I know moms can tell when friends aren't real friends. It's wild. And that was happening a lot last year. Hopefully, you know, just you have to be willing to participate in your own survival. That's what it boils down to. So when my girls gives me anxiety, I tell them we are in a parking lot, we're jumping on and off the car quick. I gotta carry pepper spray if I'm out with them. Yeah. Get your pepper spray, get your little jabby jab, get your pew pews, do what you gotta do. Alright. Back in the day when I used to live with my parents, all my five siblings, including myself, slept in one room. This one night, my two little brothers wouldn't go to bed. They were just laughing and playing around. So to get them to fall asleep, we started scaring them. We had one of those tall floor lamps in the room. They turned it on because the scaring started to work. When my little sister says if the devil was in here, turn the light off. Well, that's when we realized. Hold on. That's when we realized we fucked up. The light bulb popped. We scattered to one bed, screaming and crying our heads off. Our mom comes running in, and we tell her what happened, so she starts praying and tells us to sleep in the living room for the night. That night always stayed with me till this day. My siblings and I do not talk about that night. That's fucking scary, bitch. That's fucking scary. I don't like that. That's a little too scary for me. You feel me? I love crime story. How could I miss this? The fuck. I only drink at home or at my family's. Yeah, my dad sold her daughter, and my dad had to go buy her back. Stop it. I don't know. I don't even know how that's even a thought. I don't even know how people act on stuff like that. Like, how do you carry, your child for 9 months and love this human being and this baby, and then for a couple of hundred or for whatever you get, you just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how people can do that. Mothers especially, because I feel like there's a certain detachment when it comes to fathers and their bonds with their kids because they didn't carry them for 9 months. You know what I mean? Not saying that there's not a bond there, but like a mother's bond with their children, with her children is always going to be stronger. You know what I mean? So it's like that's crazy. Yeah, she got rid of a bunch of babies. It's sad. That's really sad, bestie. All right. Scary story time. My dad got deported and we would visit him in the summers in Tijuana. We got him a nice newly built condo in a gated community. However, I would always get weird feelings like someone was watching me. I would have reoccurring nightmares of women in long black hair and a white dress crawling up the stairs to my room. It scared me so bad I started closing and locking my door at night because my room was right in front of the stairs. One day, my sister was hanging out in my room and we were listening to music and eating sabritas. All of a sudden, my bed started shaking and I yelled at her without looking up from my phone, "Stop shaking the bed." As I looked up, I noticed my sister was not near the bed. Then, in a blink of an eye, everything on my dresser started shaking and flying off. I was so confused, I thought it was an earthquake and I yelled, "Earthquake," like most Hispanics do. We both ran to our parents' room and they were looking at us so crazy. There was no earthquake, and to this day, my sister and I cannot explain what happened. It freaked us the fuck out. Yeah, it's a no for me, babe. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. Y'all scared, but the confessions be worse. Honestly. Honestly. El Cucuy, yeah, you're still on. Okay. In 2018, I was friends with my two friends. Soon after I stopped being friends with them, they traveled out to New Orleans, NOLA, for Mardi Gras. Later that year, things were happening to me: paranoia, distant from friends and family, insecurities, etc. My mom didn't know what to do with me because I had some very bad psychotic episodes. It turns out that they made a voodoo doll of myself and were inserting needles into my doll. I went with someone to get Olympia and they pulled out all of the needles from my body, a rose thorn and other wiring. I felt it come out of my body. I went through so much BS during that time. I honestly felt like I was going to commit suicide. Bestie. What in the world? Um, you can show the pictures if you want. She sent me the pictures of the pins. Wait, let me take a picture of this. What in the world? I'm sorry that happened to you, bestie. That's crazy. Wow. I'm telling you, it be your own people. It be the own like it be your own. That's wild. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm glad that you're okay. Yeah. Came out of her body. I'm so late. Someone scary. I got one bestie. The last house I used to live was old and haunted as fuck. We would always hear things around the house like footsteps and tapping. Things would go missing or drawers would be open. One time we left home for a trip and came back to see there was footstep marks on the windows. Our family kept saying, todo está bien. It wasn't until one day I woke up to get ready for school. I would always wake up and open the bathroom window that looked out to the backyard. That day wasn't anything different. I woke up like at 6 and opened the window, and to my surprise, I was looking at this 3'5" boy. He was in an all white suit and looked like a cloud. He was see through. IDK how to explain it. I just kept looking like, what the fuck? Who's this boy? He turned around and his face was blank. No eyes, mouth, nose, nothing. I was so paralyzed with shock. I felt like I couldn't move. I thought I was screaming and nothing was coming out. IDK how, but ran out the bathroom crying. I called my mom who was at work. She told me to pray for him. I woke my dad up to go check the backyard and there was nothing there. When we looked up the house, it was built in the late 1800s and it was an old farming house whose family all died from a sickness. That literally shook me to my core about it. I felt it. I felt that. Don't like it. Don't like it. Not Bestie glitching. I'm scared. Stop it. Hey Bestie, I'm late. Glad you're okay, Bestie. Blessings. Yes. Um, I like how Mexican moms like pray for them. Pray for me. I'm about to have a heart attack. Pray for me. What's going on? You feel me? Damn. Okay. Hey besties, this is something that happened to my dad years ago. Basically, to be specific. And one night my dad went back to Rancho. As he was driving, he had seen this lady and two of her kids. Bebe kids, one around the age of 8 and a baby months old. They had asked for a ride because their car had broken down and her husband was más atrás. My dad was confused because this carretera is one way, very thin and so dark, but he didn't think much of it. So he gave the family a ride. As they were on their way to the rancho, they were talking. Basically, the lady mandando a saludar my grandma and tias. Finally, they had arrived to the rancho. She had said goodbyes. Okay, yeah. My dad had never mentioned it to my grandma and tias until they had crossed to the States. Luego he was telling them, then they had been asking him to describe the lady. They were then scared to tell my dad the truth, which had been that the lady from the rancho had died 6 years before with her daughters in a car crash. But the other scary part was that my dad's other two cousins that the ladies had sat next to don't remember them, and they were a decent age to remember. Sorry, this happens so often. Like, I'm sorry, okay? This is besties, if you're ever in need and I zoom past you, you know why. I'm sorry. This is why I can't be a good person when it comes to stuff like this. Okay? Um, if it's late at night, it's dark, and you need a ride, babe, don't call me. You're not gonna count on me. I'm gonna literally get Marianta on you. I'm not gonna stop and help you because of stuff like this. So if you ever don't cancel me. Okay? Don't be like pinche Julia culera, no se paró a ayudarme. Her and Dawn took off speeding. We did. And we'll do it again, babe. Okay? We'll do it again. I'm sorry. I'm not stopping. I'm not gonna help you. I apologize. Call AAA. Get somebody else to do it. Cause it's not gonna be us. It's not gonna be us. No, cause same. Exactly. I've heard too many stories, okay, where people give people rides and it turns out they were literally helping the dead. Yeah, I can't risk it. I gotta put me first. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. I'm literally apologizing in advance. If y'all want to record me, record me. Don't post it if you have to, okay? Julia took her. I did. And I did. And I did. And I will do it again. That's it. That's all. My ex one left me in the desert at night. He said it was the highway. I wonder how many church ever thought I was a ghost. No, honestly. No, my bro did that once and the dude was shot and now my bro has to be what? Call Paw Patrol. Yeah. Get somebody else me looking at Bessie speed by. Yeah, sorry. Or maybe can I throw a rock at you or something to make sure that you're real? You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll throw something at you. And if you're like, ow, okay, cool. You know what I mean? But if you don't flinch, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Hey bestie, when I was 10, I was playing on a jungle gym playing with a little girl, and towards the end of me being there, I went down a tube looking slide, and when she was next, she went in and never came out. I looked for her and didn't see her. The jungle gym was open, and I would have seen if she had left. I didn't think much of it then, just shrugged it off. Thinking about it now, I remember asking her where her mom and dad were, and she said she didn't know, and they were probably home, and she was there by herself. Excuse me? You just playing with random little baby? I mean, I get it. It's a park. Um, damn. That's scary. I don't like that. I don't like that. Another time, I remember like a fever dream, playing with a little boy a few times, and he was always with my mom's friend. Our moms lost touch one day and reconnected years later, and I asked where her son was, and she looked at me like, no, I only have my daughters. I don't have sons. And I was like, yes, I remember sharing my juice pouches with him. Turns out that friend lost her one and only son years prior. It could have been him manifesting himself to me. So you just seeing kids. Check your DM. Sent two scary clips that happened to my friend 2 days ago. Okay. Um, My dad works out in the country, and one day while he was working, he saw a big black dog far away. He said it was so big he thought it was a bear. As he got closer, he said that the dog had no eyes and was screaming. He shot it in with his gun 3 times and it wouldn't die. He finally made a cross on the bullet and shot it again and it finally died. The next day he went to look for it in the same spot and it was gone. Was it a werewolf? Call Uber, girl. Stop it. I think my experience is not that interesting like the Llorona. I've heard about Hawaiian legends. I heard that about Hawaiian legends. I'm scared. I'm scared. What does it mean when we see little kid ghosts? My mom's house had a little girl that just roams, and I swear she'd be hiding the remote. Stop. Now, how he have all that time to draw a damn cross? Brody, get out. Stop it. We're asking the real questions, okay? Save those later. Save those. We can't. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not. I was gonna say I heard that killing Jacob Black. Cause I was like, damn, not the werewolves. I know damn well Edward Mad. That's supposed to be him. You feel me? But go off, sis. You feel me? Conjuring 2 moments. Stop it. I have many work stories about work, bestie, but during COVID, we had a patient who passed away in this specific room. Whenever patients are admitted into that room, they say they can't sleep because Wanda won't let them sleep. They say that's Wanda's room. And girl, one patient said that Wanda was trying to take her out of this world and into the light. Most people who get admitted into that room pass away or get really sick and get transferred out. Sometimes you can feel a presence in that room that isn't from this world. Girl. Check DMs because how y'all sending long ones in the confessions? Yeah, I am. I'm reading the DMs right now. Okay, I got you. Let me get you right. Let me get you. Let me get you right now. Yeah, Wanda, chill. What's going on, Wanda? Girl, stop. They don't need to go there. Me, don't put them in there until further notice. I was living in Mexico with my man, and he would go to work around 5 a.m. We only had one pair of keys, so I locked the doors and went back to bed. As I was falling asleep, I saw what I thought was my husband standing there, and I yelled his name 2 times, but by the third time, I realized it couldn't be him. He doesn't have keys to get in. That moment, the person's spirit jumped on me, began to choke me. Se me subió el muerto. It was so terrifying. Bestie. What the fuck? That's scary. I'm about to watch some cartoons. I'm about to watch some cartoons because I don't like this. I don't like this. I was just scared. Me se me muerto and it was humming, singing in my ear, and I couldn't move. So scary. I was just there crying. Stop it. I need more of the X jumping off the building. So stories so scary. It's for that in the background. Okay, last one, and I'm gonna hop off of here. Okay. Not Yordi's messing with my internet connection. I know it said reconnecting. Yordi's chill. Is it me or did it freeze? Am I back? Let me know if I'm back. Want to do one more and I'll get off here. Okay. Literally started. We're gonna do the last one and we're gonna get off. Okay. Just something new. Like you expect this in October. We're in February. We're in February. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. One more and I gotta go. Yeah, it's Bessie. I'm ready to call it a night. I'm legit scared. Okay, one more and that's it. One more and that is it. When I was around 8, we used to live in California in an apartment, and let me tell you, one time I was taking a shower, and I got out with the motherfucking ghost girl catcher. IDK, como se llama, pero también es la que te cura, was ringing a motherfucking bell and had a motherfucking necklace with a crystal. We went into my parents' room, and that shit spun in motherfucking circles in front of us and broke off the fucking chain, bro. That shit scared me. Anyways, we thought the ghost had left after, so we went to Smart and Final to buy harina with the lady because my mom was gonna make her gorditas to repay her, and my mom was crying when we came back and said she was getting choked while using the restroom. And long story short, the ghost lady kind of got like possessed while asking her questions. Said her name was Griselda, and she wanted a iglesia to cater her. But we moved to motherfucking Texas after we dipped. That was a horrifying day because I would have not believed it because I seen that necklace thing break. I knew it was true. I don't want to be that the toxicity in me. I wouldn't. I don't know. Let me just shut the fuck up. But like, how y'all letting ghosts choke y'all? How y'all let? How? Whoever does this, I'm gonna need somebody to start. How do we fight ghosts? How do we throw hands with ghosts? Because they're getting. We can't let them get away with this shit. We cannot let them get away with this. Okay? There's no way. There's no way. It's not okay. They taking it too far. I'm gonna need to start throwing hands with ghosts. Somebody start classes. I don't know. Okay. Stop because you're still glitching. Stop it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. But how will you see their next move? Nah, I'm good. That's what I'm saying. Bessie, updating the comadres on the confession from last week. My ex's married guy friend unblocked me. What do you think that means? I don't. What was a confession? Let me go back. I don't remember. I don't remember. Julie gonna have dreams tonight. Not the little girl behind Julie waiting for the YouTube to go off. Hell nah. It's either Wanda or you're just messing with the connection at this time. Stop it. I'm calling ghost hunters. Who are you gonna call? Alright, one more. One more for real, for real. I'm gonna get off. It's the one from the truck with the guy throwing up. La borré. Sneaky, bestie. You're sneaky. Was it that one? Were you with the guy that he was throwing up in the car? Hi, bestie. I'm Israel's mom. Hi, bestie. Oh yeah, before I get off of here too. Um, if you guys go into my link tree, there is a little bestie bebe kid of ours. Okay, he is trying to go on his class trip, and it's like a fundraiser type thing to get so that he can go on his class trip, right? I have it linked in my link tree. It's on my Instagram and on my TikTok in the link tree. It's the first thing that says Israel's School Trip Fund. If you guys can please share it. If you guys can donate, God bless you. Que Dios lo multiplique. But share it. get it around so that way he can go on his trip. We're trying to get baby boy to his school trip. La Borrette. See, oh, it was her. It was her. So he unblocked you. He's trying to go for round two, babe. That's what it seems like to me. He trying to go for round two. So, I mean, do what you gotta do. Okay, we're gonna read this besties and we're gonna get off. For real this time. For real. Bessie, are you alone reading these? No. Did he shave? Alright, hey bestie, I have a funny one and a scary one. Now y'all both got something to cheat on, period, exactly. Alright, so we'll go with the scary one, then we're going with the funny one. Scary one. I dream people before the day in their casket. I will dream the clothes they wear and the people that are in the funeral and what they were. One time I told my aunt about her suegro and she blamed me for brujeria. They are Jehovah Witnesses. And since then, I haven't told anyone I dream. After her suegro's death, I have dreamt 5 to 6 other people's deaths. Alright. The funny one now. Once upon a time, I was in my whole days. I met this guy on a dating app and I was horny and young and we ended up meeting up, coming to find out he was missing a finger. I told him to drop me off. We're at a red light. He showed me the condom he was going to use on me and I busted out laughing and told him, why didn't he tell me he didn't have a finger? I was scared shitless and walked my happy ass home from there on forward. I started asking for hand and feet and teeth pics. I was not about to risk it. I don't like that. I'm done. And with that, I'm gonna sign off because that is finger discrimination, and we're not for that here, okay? Because guess what? My husband has a crooked one, all right, and we're not gonna do that here. All fingers matter, or all hands matter, no matter finger or fingerless. Okay, we're gonna pass. We're gonna log off. We're gonna log off. That's it. That's all. I can't do this. I can't over a finger though. You should do worst date. We'll do that next time. We'll do that. I want to do the am I the asshole, and then I want to do we'll do worst dates or worst experiences or what's the worst ick a guy ever gave you. You know what I mean? Like worst ick ever. Over a finger, really shallow as fuck. It wasn't even scary. Stop. Strap it up. Not me with a crooked pinky. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We're gonna move past it. Yeah, we'll do icks. Bessie, make sure to make amends with Yori's and Wanda. What's Bessie look like? Must be a 15 out of 10 because over a finger, stop it. Yeah, worst schmeck story, all of it. All of it. Save the rest for next time, Bessie. Yes, I am. I'll have it there in the DMs for the request. We'll have them there. Yeah, I'm gonna log off. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Que Dios me los bendiga. Watch a cartoon before going to sleep. Okay. That wasn't funny. That was shallow. That's what I'm saying. The thing with me is, y'all throw curveballs at me and expect me not to react. Okay. How you gonna throw that in there and then just expect me to just read it with a straight face? I can't. Now me just getting on and you're logging off. It's okay, Bessie. I'm gonna leave it up so you guys can go back and watch it. But yeah, watch a cartoon, say a prayer, go to church. We're gonna be fine. Okay. Bye. See you next time. Yeah, you should make a separate video with all the other confessions. Get that shmoney mood. That's doing too much. It was a finger. He couldn't help it. Stop it. It's fine. Ojalá se les vaya la luz a todas. Brenda, get out. How dare you? I love when you burst out laughing at the serious ones. I can't take shit serious. Hasta la próxima aquí en la mano peluda. Alright. Alright, bye, besties. Que Dios me los bendiga. Okay, en nombre del Padre, Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Por los siglos de los siglos. Amén. Okay, amén. I'll see you guys soon. Go to church, just don't do the Padre. That too. No se pasen de verga. Alright? Yoris, I apologize. Don't cancel me. Let's chop it up. I would really love to get you on an interview. You feel me? I'd love to get you on an interview. Um, let's talk about it. Why not? Why not? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Linktree for Israel's school trip fund. If you guys want to go help Bestie's baby boy out. Yeah, not the public apology. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. Bye, besties. Love you guys. Have a good night. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's day got better. Yeah, this was fun. All right, I'm gonna put the live up so you guys can go back and rewatch it. Bestie, I'm done with the interview. Let's link up. Collab. Okay? If you see my next YouTube or whatever, collab with Yordis, hit the like button, subscribe. All right, bye, besties. Oh.